Yeah, I was gonna wait, but it's like I don't know, man. Anyway, yo, welcome back to the pod, yo. Welcome back to the EDC Podcast. We got people throwing in topics and everything at the moment right now, still, but I promised Jay that I would do this Game of Thrones, John. So I'm gonna start off with this review real quick. It's not really a review. If you ain't see Game of Thrones, I don't know what you on, but Game of Thrones, I'm gonna just express how I feel about the show. The Game of Thrones series. It was on HBO. We all knew this, John. They now spun off to House of Dragons. The Game of Thrones series, original series, bro. I originally was not feeling this, John, bro. I originally was not feeling this, John. At all. Like, it was too much. It was too much of a wave that was being rode for the Game of Thrones series. Like, at first everybody was all on it. They was all in on it, like, oh, it's the greatest show ever, all this stuff like that. So I stay away from stuff like that personally, not because I'm like hating on it or nothing like that, but I don't want people to big it up too much to where I can't even watch it as just watching the show. Like, I'm watching it now as like, oh, how is it going to wow me type vibes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. I want to give it this honest watch. So I ain't going to watch something if somebody bigging it up or listen to something. Just go back when I was talking about music. I'm not going to watch or listen to something if somebody bigging it up too crazy, because I want to be able to, absorb it in an organic way. Not like a, let me see if it's as crazy as everybody's saying it is. Not like that vibe. I want to absorb it as in, dang, this look like it's cool. Let's go. That type vibe, right? So, I wasn't in Thrones. I'm going to tell y'all now. I binged it. I think I binged it when the last season started. I was in a space where I was playing the drums full time, so during the week I was doing whatever I wanted to do. I took the time to binge that, Narcos. I remember all because it happened in like a week or two. That, Narcos, couple Marvel Jones that was on Netflix. I was just binging. I was binging crazy. You know what I'm saying? So Game of Thrones, I come in hot on the first episode where like they introducing everybody. First of all, we back in like those times, like those I don't want to say medieval, but like we back in those times where like dragons and all that. You know what I'm saying? Make believe and all that, is there, but like dragons. You know what I'm saying? Kings and queens, knights fighting and all that. We back in those times, that era. Which is always solid, because like when you back in that era, it has to be, the story I feel like always has to be, very good, since you're going back in those times, because otherwise why are we even watching this joint? You know what I'm saying? So like the story will always have to be amazing if you're doing a period piece like that. So like, not period piece, but like if you're doing a story or a series and back in that time. So like from the rip, I'm already all in, because I like stuff like that. Troy, you know what I'm saying? What's it called? My Uncle May movie. What's that joint called, bruh? Gladiator? Yeah, Gladiator. I'm thinking about Gladiator. Gladiator, joints like that. Like I'm all in on all those movies. Like it's just so good to me. So you back in that time, I'm already all in the first episode. Then the plot start thinking where you get like they introduce you to this village, I want to say, where it's this Wumbo who's ruling is the king. He's the king there. He's ruling. He's in charge of all the people. This is his kingdom right here. You know what I'm saying? The first scene, or I want to say second scene. Second scene is I can't skip by it. See, I suck with these joints because I get too into them. The first scene is this dude running through the woods, running from something. You know what I'm saying? He's running from something. It's real cold outside. It's like snowing outside. Bull running through the woods. You see the joint he running from. It's like a zombie type bull. Just white skin zombie looking. I think they had blue eyes at that point. Yeah, it looked like they was dead, just alive, about to kill bull. Because the shorty was dead that he saw at first. He looked back, she wasn't dead. They killed him. Other bull run away. That type joint. The second scene showed the king that I was talking about. So the bull that's like the ruler of this land and all that stuff. He got the bull that ran away. And he like, yo, you know you're not supposed to desert. That was your job. You ain't supposed to run away from something like that. You're supposed to be over there. Like, why you even down here in my country? You're supposed to be far up north, like handling that stuff. Why you even down here? Bull like, I'm down here because I saw zombies. So from the rip, you get a sense of, you know what I'm saying, there's laws in place in this world that's very, you know, we following the law around this joint. Like, this king is like, I'm following the law. Because the king was looking at him like, he saw zombies. Like, he's saying he saw zombies. I don't know if I believe him or not. I mean, he's accepting his death penalty like it is what it is. Like, he's accepting it right now. It got to be some truth to this man. You know what I'm saying? The king is honorable. He got to go by the word. He got to go by the law. Cuts the bull head off right there from running away, from desertion. Right? My fault. This squirrel killing me. Cut the bull head off for desertion. Right then and there. Then you go to find out this king, he is the king of this land that he's at. It's called the North. He's in Winterfell. You know what I'm saying? This is his land. His name is Ned Stark. Honorably, Ned Stark is his name. You know what I'm saying? So you find out, you look around, you see his family and all that. You see everything he owned. And then later on in the episode, you find out the real king is coming. The big dude, he's coming in. Family coming in. So Ned's like, we got to get everybody right. Got to get everybody ready. And everybody's getting proper. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect the king. You gotta respect everything he coming with. So everybody getting proper. Got their best clothes on. Greeting these bulls. It's all serious when he walk in. Like, everybody bowing their head. Then tension breaks when the king is like befriending Ned, befriending the king of the North. You know what I'm saying? These dudes just turn out they best friends. They boys. You know like they boys. So like, you know what I mean? You link up with the king. The two kings link up. They best friends. The big king is Robert Baratheon. His family is like, you know what I'm saying? They look like royalty. Like they blonde hair. You know what I'm saying? Just dressed in all. Got the mink on. If you want to see that, like they just cooking with everything. So they come in. They not on what he on though. He on being best friends with his boy. They on something. Yo, I'm royalty. Like, get out of here. Like the king walked in. That family was bowing and all that. And King like, yo, man, get up, man. How y'all been? I ain't see y'all like this big out this joint. I ain't see y'all in the minute. Get up. Give me a hug. Show me some love. Like, he on that type vibe. His family, like, his wife was straight up like, yo, bow. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was straight up on some like, yo, bow your head. You know what I mean? I'm walking past, kiss my feet, do my nails as I walk past. All that type stuff. Like, she's on some like, nah, if I'm queen, you need to be bowing. I don't know what your man's on. You need to be bowing. She on that type time, and he see her on that type time, and he always, I'm talking about the king, Robert Baratheon, he always see her on that type time, so he always like, yo, relax. Like, you doing all these formalities, like, you always drawing on some stuff. And his family always looking at him like, bro, are you really not about to be like, you the king, bro? Like, what you on? His family on that type time, so clearly you see that there is division in their crib, like a brutal division. Like, they family all in there, they all serious with his, and this boy just like, he's like the goofball drunk type boy. Like, he don't want to handle nothing that's kingly or anything like that. He just like, yo, these my boys. Like, I know they got my back. Ain't no need for formalities. Like, I understand that it's tradition and everything, but like, I'm the king. Like, if I want my boy to do this, my boy can do this. Y'all can have it easy. You know what I'm saying? So you get the dynamic there with that. And then it kind of breaks off on the first episode where they showing you the kids, they showing you who's who, they showing you who's related to the queen, the actual queen, who's related to the King of the North, all that stuff. The King of the North. Then later on at dinner, he asks his brother comes in. His brother is like, let's say his brother in the military up north, up the real north, in the military to keep watch over. You know what I'm saying? They got a gigantic wall built to separate the North from the real North, you can call it. The real North is what you saw in the first scene, where Bull ran from the dead people. So the King of the North, Ned, his brother, is like a leader up on the wall to keep the real North like occupied and watched. He's a leader up there. And Ned at dinner was like, "Yo, I saw something weird today. Like one of your bulls deserted down here. We caught him, we handled him and all that, but he was talking about like dead people and all that. Like I don't know. You know anything about it? Like what's going on?" I asked him why he left. He kept talking about dead people. You know what I mean, he fought from his words even right before I cut his head off. Like he kept talking about it. And that brother like, "Yo man, I understand you had to cut his head off, but I know that brother ain't no liar. He's not known to be a liar. Yeah? Like if he said he saw dead people, it's probably something to the story. You know what I'm saying? Like so, that's not only introducing another part of this story in like this first episode. It's introducing like division in the house of the actual kingdom. Robert Baratheon in his kingdom. It's division in his house. Then you got something going on over this wall that Ned is on. And this is here's why, and Ned is one of my favorite characters. I'm gonna tell you why. Here's why he is. They show all his division first episode, and like even within that division and all that, like everything that's going on, the only constant that's been going on from day one was Ned and his family. Like, not saying like they've been constantly one thing the whole time. I'm just saying like the only thing that we can actually grasp onto and be like, yo, this show is a little crazy. The only normalcy that we see in this genre is Ned and his family, the King of the North and his family. That's the only normalcy we see in this genre. From the first episode, that's the only normalcy. Because the first episode ends off. I'll tell you what happened. First episode ends off with everybody went to dinner. It's the next day. It's going through. You see a couple things through that night at dinner. You see the King's family. You see Ned's family, King of the North family. In the King's family, you met King, his wife, the 3 kids. It's 5, yeah. The 3 kids, and then you meet the wife's 2 brothers. And like her brothers are there not only just because they're royalty, but one of them is like I forget what it's called, bro. He's a white cloak, I want to say it is. He's just like he's in the King's Guard. He's in the King's Guard. There we go. He's in the King's Guard. He's gonna fight for the rest of his life. So he's just there. He ain't gonna marry no women and nothing like that. He signed up to fight for the king for the rest of his life. That's what he's there for. His other brother is just there. Like he's just a partier. Yeah, I mean, he got a little man complex. He a dwarf. He got a little man complex. But he's just there. He's killing everybody. He's like killing them with knowledge. I mean, like he's the smartest boy in the room all the time. He's always like cooking. But he's laying with a lot of hoes going on in this joint. So they introduce you to that whole family. First episode end off with one of Ned's young boys, one of his sons. Young boy like to climb all the time. Mom always tell him stop climbing. He don't listen, obviously. He's a young boy. I want to get the thrill of life going on. You know what I'm saying? So he's climbing up. He's climbing real crazy. This is the night after the dinner, the opening episode. Night after the dinner. He climbs up a couple stories. He hear clapping. Just like, he hear all this going on. So naturally, as a kid, he like, dang, what is that? I never heard no stuff like that. Somebody getting beat up or something like that. He climb up a little bit higher. They all the way up in this tower, this sound. He look in the window. He see the queen getting pounded on. I'm not lying. Y'all can watch the joint if you haven't seen it. He see the queen getting pounded on. He's like, "Hey, yo." So then he goes to look away, or whatever happened. He's either curious or he go to look away. But then he notices the dude hitting the queen ain't that heavy. It's not the king. It's not him. So he peek in and see who it is. It's the queen's brother. It's the queen's brother, the boy that fights in the king's guard. Is clapping his sister, his twin sister at that. Ridiculous. Clapping her up in the highest tower of the north. Clapping her up. We saw it on screen. So, right, again, the only sense of normalcy that you grasping onto as a fan when you're watching the show, first episode, is Ned and his family, because the king brought in all this weirdness that wasn't there. So like with Ned and his family, you just seen honor being cherished. You seen friendship and family. You seen even issues with the family. It was like normalcy stuff. Like you get introduced to this dude that they brought in. His name's Theon Greyjoy. They brought in Ned won a battle against his father. He took him as hostage, but he's not raising him as a hostage. He's just like raising him as one of his like young boys, like one of his cousins or something like that. So he's there, but you see that there's honor and there's like leadership that's not going to be put second to anything. So like Ned's big on like, if I say you die for stealing something, I don't care how honorable the cause, you got to stand by what you did. That's Ned Stark. That's why he's like one of my favorite characters, because it's like no matter what happened, there is a rule to this. If you choose to break that rule, you got to lay down with the consequences, no matter what's going on. No matter what's going on. Like he's that dude. He's that consistent. He's that honorable. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that family is the only thing you grasp onto and grab a sense of normalcy in this first episode at all. I mean, you get, he's the king. There's rules you gotta follow. There's of course the family got issues, but there's family. You know what I'm saying? He's friends with the king, but there's still rules, the boundaries that keep them from being too friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like he got to look out for the king's wife because she always drawn. So he's just like, I gotta keep the boundaries going. But he's also like, man, that's my boy. Like, you mean? And his wife stick beside him through everything. And like they reel you in with this whole thing of Ned being this honorable of a dude. He has a bastard son. They reel you in with that, and the whole time you're just like, he's an honorable dude. Like, what's going on here? Like, how do you have a bastard son? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they reel you in through that first episode. So like, got the normal family, then you got some dead people that could be a thing over on this wall, and then on the other side you have the king and his ridiculous family coming in, incest going on, little dude that's just like hell-bent on the world, the sister who's like, yo, she clearly wants to rule under a iron fist. It's like, bro, like, it's a lot happening. There's a lot happening in that first episode. So it grabbed me straight up. I'm only going to go over that, John, because I already took out like 20 minutes talking about this, John. So I'm only going to go over that episode, but that's what willed and dilled me into Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully everybody already saw it. If you didn't see it, man, follow up with that, John. That John, I actually might rewatch it. I think I already rewatched it like twice. I might rewatch that, John, again. It's too good. And speaking of that, people always say when I bring up Game of Thrones as being one of my favorite shows to ever watch, they'll be like, you got to watch Breaking Bad. Y'all tell me, man. I haven't watched Breaking Bad yet. I've seen good things. I love Bryan Cranston as an actor, but like, I don't know. I've seen great scenes and stuff, but I also feel like if I watch that, John, it's going to be like a like, I'm not ready to watch it yet. I'll say that. I think I'm watching it now. If I was to watch it now, I'll be watching it, like I said before, as like a dude that's like, oh, is this going to be the greatest show of all time? And I don't want to do that. I want to give it its fair share. So I think I'm gonna watch it, but not at the moment. Not at the moment, man. I think at the moment I'm gonna be on some. I think I'm gonna be calm for it. It's for a little bit, cause that's something I don't want to mess up, especially if it's as good as everybody say it is. That Snowfall I gotta watch. Don't get mad at me. I'm just leading on shoes sometimes. Snowfall I gotta watch. Breaking Bad I gotta watch. I'm gonna have some time coming soon. So Snowfall, Breaking Bad. I don't know what else I should watch. I don't know. DM me, man. Let me know. DM me or let me know in the comments what else I should watch. Cause I really do want to binge a few more shows, man. Like I'm waiting now for like House of Dragon to come back out with season 2. This is season 2 or 3 I'm waiting for. I think it's season 2. I don't think we got the season 3 yet. I think it's season 2. But I'm waiting for that joint to come out, whatever one it is. And then like I don't got any other shows I think I'm waiting for at the moment. So let me know, y'all. Let me know shows. Let me see what questions we got going on. I just had to get that out the way because Jay sent that in. I actually wanted to do that joint last time, but there's a bunch going on. So you got it coming in as top 5. We got a question of top 5 candies or chocolates. Top 5 candies or chocolates. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. I'm a chocolate boy. You probably can see it in my pores. I'm a legit chocolate boy. So like, my number 1 candy right off the board is gonna be a Crunch Bar. Hate me if you will. Crunch Bar I'm taking that number 1. Gonna do it like a draft. I'm taking Crunch Bar number 1. It's just so simple and like, if you ever had a Crunch Bar, you know what I mean. It's just a simple piece of chocolate. I'm a milk guy. I like milk with chocolates or cakes or anything like that. Simple piece of chocolate. You know what I'm saying? You can take a swallow of milk if you want to, or anything like that. If you want to, you don't have to. It's my preference. Yeah, man, you don't get really sick of like a Crunch Bar. Like it's like I said, because it's simple. You can kill about like 2 of them Jones, full size. If the mini Jones, you kill about 5, and then you be cool. But like, yeah, Crunch Bar going number 1. Number 2 for me for candies or chocolates. Even though I'm a chocolate boy, there's this candy. I don't know if you guys ever heard of these Jones. Every time I bring it up to somebody, they always act like they never even heard of these Jones before. There's this candy from Twizzler. I want to say it's Twizzlers, but I don't know. It's from Twizzler. It's yellow and red. There's a yellow one. There's a red one. They both come in the same pack, though. And they got, like, sour filling inside. If you know what I'm talking about. And people always want to talk trash until I have them. And then they like, oh, let me get some of them junk. It's called Twizzlers Filled Twist. Sweet and sour. Sweet and sour sounds so dry. Sweet and sour Twizzlers sounds so nutty. But it's these Jones. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. These Jones right here. They smack. That's number 2 for me. The sweet and sour Twizzlers Filled Sweet and Sour Jones. They smack, bro. They good ass candy, bro. Like them Jones, they soft first off. Sweet and sour, which is just like sour straws. I don't know if you ever had sour straws. The filling is kind of like the sour part of the sour straws, but it don't have that like gritty sour Jones. It's just like, that's just the taste it comes with. It's like tangy. But other than that, it's like a what's a candy I can compare it to? Think. I don't want to say fruit snacks, but it's like, is that type of chewy like vibe going on? They good, bro. If you can find them, get them Jones, and hope for the best, because them Jones too good. No lie. Number 3 going on the board for me would be like, number three. See, back in the day, I would say 3 Musketeers. I know people gonna kill me for that. Get off my back. I don't care. I would say 3 Musketeers back in the day for number 3, but I haven't had 3 Musketeers in like 15 years. Legit. I haven't had one in so long. Oh, wait, I'm lying. I think I had a bunch when we had a Halloween party either last year or 2 years ago. Whatever one was at Devin Boot Crib, I had 3 Musketeers. But number 3 for me would probably be Twix. We're going to go back to chocolate. It'll probably be Twix. Regular Twix. That other stuff they bringing out now is like, it's a little too much for me, bro. It's a little too much for me. Oh, wait. I should ask. Do fruit snacks count as a candy? Pretty sure it do. Do fruit snacks count as a candy? Because I don't know if... I guess it does. It's not making this list. I'm just wondering. Right now. Do fruit snacks count as a candy? Extra group. Yeah, it's a candy. All right. So that don't count as a candy. So number 3 would be Twix, though. Number 4, we're going to give it to... Ooh. See, this is the hard hitters that we need to be asking on this joint. Number 4, we're going to give it to... I'm trying to think. Like candies and chocolates. We go back down the list. We got Crunch Bar, Twizzlers Phil, sweet and sour. We got Twix. Number 4, we're going to give it to Kit Kat. Number 4, we're giving it to Kit Kat. I shouldn't have no issues with that. If you got a problem with a Kit Kat, you're a little strange to me. You know what I'm saying? But, number 4, we can give it to Kit Kat. We shouldn't have an issue with that. Number 5. It's going to cut off the list right here. Number 5. Ooh. Oh, Reese Cups. What am I talking about? Reese Cups is number 5. Oh, I almost slipped that number right past me. I'll probably put Reese Cups past Kit Kat. Snickers not making this list. Let me say that honorable mention. It's just too much for me, man. Like, Snickers is like, you know those commercials where they be like, if you're hungry, eat a Snickers. It's because it's really going to, like, it's really putting you down. Like, you eat a Snickers, you really don't got to eat nothing else for that day. So I want to be able to enjoy my top 5. If I can't enjoy it, I can't have more than one Snickers. It's putting me out. If you got more than one Snickers, you're a dangerous human. That joint's putting me out face to face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be flat on my back eating Snickers. But rounding it off again, we got Crunch. We have Twizzlers Sour Straws. We have Twix, Reese Cups, and Kit Kats. That's my top 5 candies and chocolates. 4 chocolates in that joint. I told you I'm a chocolate boy. Get over yourself. I told you I was a chocolate boy. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be hurt about that. I mean, it was an easy one, honestly. It wasn't easy because I had to kick some people out of there. But it was damn sure it was nice to get that out the way because you want to buy me some chocolates, anybody. You got the list? You got the list of bottom chocolates. It's all cool there. All right, so we got another John. Another question in this John's. We got Marvel versus DC. Marvel versus DC, man. This is always super complex of a question because it's like there's so many avenues you can go with it. I'm gonna try to characterize the avenues best I can during this time I have, right? So we have from the rip, who has the better superheroes? Off power alone, you have to go DC. You have to go DC Comics if you're talking superheroes. Off power alone. Because everybody that has powers in that genre is low-key like, it's broke. They're broken. They're legit broken. Broken. You can if you drop one of them into Marvel, you're done. You're done. You drop and we don't even gotta go far down the list. You start with Superman. You don't gotta go that far down the list. You start with him, you end with him. He's like number one. And that's just superheroes we talking about. We didn't even pick up Darkseid to throw over there. You throw Darkseid over there, you're done. You throw Darkseid over the Marvel Universe, you're done. I don't care how many feeds they came over. You're done. Done. Darkseid and Superman, make them a team. Throw them in the DC Universe. In the Marvel Universe. You cooked. So off power alone, I gotta go DC. Just for that fact alone. They're just too overpowered. They're broke. The Flash runs back in time. You can't beat a man that runs back in time. Even if you beat him 1,000,000 times, he'll go back in time 1,000,000 times to make sure he cover every base so you don't win that, Joe. Or he'll just go back to when before you was born and kill your moms. The man, we seen it done. Seen it done. He has a nemesis, Reverse Flash, who does it all the time to him. Goes back in time, ruin his life just because he was bored Saturday night. If the Reverse Flash had any type of vengeance on Marvel, you're done. It's not even a conversation with power. So, like, it's just like, it's DC all the way. Now, when it comes to story, I want to go Marvel. Because DC, when it comes to story, DC kind of becomes more cookie cutter than Marvel. In a sense of, you know how things go down. You know how they happen. If you got power, something tragic happened in your life, gave you powers, now you cooking. As to where Marvel is just like, we can just go straight to mutants and be like, yo, some people just born with these jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just born with it, and actually because they were born with it, they going through civil war in a sense in their homeland, in their world. They're going through civil war just because they was born with some powers. You know what I'm saying? So you got that. You got the Malcolm X and the Martin Luther King energy going on with it, Professor X and Magneto. You got that whole thing. Like, it's when it comes to story, I think Marvel's destroying DC. Just because of like background and origin. Like, it's just like always like go to DC origin like Superman. Dang, how'd this book come? He's an alien located. His species is broken. Back to my point before. Second episode. He's an alien. But anyway, when it comes to origin, like, it's just simple things like that. Oh, he's just broken that way. To where Marvel was like, this been happening to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's been going on. You mean, like, it's just things that's like, you gotta tip your hat to Marvel to how they connect certain things. And DC, the way they did it was just like, yo, let's just band together. Super Justice League. Super Justice League. Let's go. So, like, but if you was to ask me, honestly, if you was to ask me my favorite character out of both, it'll be Batman, DC, and then if you want to say, do Marvel have like sidekicks on this, John? I'm trying to think. You don't even have really like yeah, they do, but like it's not stapled as DC, I would say. Like, I can name almost all of DC sidekicks, but yeah, my favorite superheroes you're gonna run into. You got Batman, the Hulk, Wolverine. That's 2 Marvels, 1 DC. Then you have, I would say, Spider-Man, 3 Marvel. Dick Grayson, 2 DC, 3 Marvel. The Flash, 3 DC, 3 Marvel. And I'm going to leave it at that, honestly. I don't think I'm leaving anybody out for my favorite superheroes. So, like, it's half and half for me when it comes to, like, characters. But, like, when you throw that power in, it's really one handed. Then you gotta go. Animated series. Let's go there. Animated series. I'm going DC. Damn, DC's cooking. Animated series. I'm going DC only because I did catch a lot of X-Men, but I wasn't too big on X-Men. So I know X-Men will hold it for a lot of people. I wasn't that big on X-Men. I didn't watch X-Men like that. Maybe because I didn't have cable all the time. Could have been that, but I wasn't super big on X-Men. Like DC was running WB 17 when I was a young boy, so I caught a lot of that. So maybe that's why, or like I really don't know. But you know what I'm saying, I was running a lot of DC, like Batman, Superman. I caught a lot of. The Justice League, of course, I binged that back to back. Young Justice binged that back to back. Only Marvel Jones I can remember watching was like, I didn't even watch Avengers like that. Only Marvel Jones I remember watching animated was like Spider-Man. Like I said, I caught some of X-Men, not that much, but some of X-Men. Yeah, hella Spider-Mans though. It was like a few Spider-Mans I caught. But then we go back to DC, like I caught Batman Beyond. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple DC Jones, Teen Titans. You mean, like, come on, man. Like, animated series, I gotta give it to DC. Because it was just like, DC would have it for me overall. If I'm going back to the original question, DC or Marvel, DC would have it for me overall. If Marvel wasn't punching down on them so hard with these damn movies. The MCU is cooking DC Universe. They cooking them. And it ain't nothing we can do. We all taking this brutal beating with our hands behind our backs. We taking it straight to the face. And it's not like I'm against Marvel or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, damn it, DC. Like, put up a fight. Put up a fight. Like, you are getting cooked. Cooked. You released one movie, Justice League, and like it still didn't hold up to any MCU stuff. So you was like, damn. Release the longer joint of that joint. And we was like, no, we cool on it. You doing that? You should have put it in the first joint. You know what I'm saying? You should have put it in the first joint. Like, why would you even? It's not needed. I did like Robert Pattinson's Batman joint. I did like it, but I liked it more so on like like that they took it this route type joint rather than like, oh, this is a crazy movie. I love this joint. It was more so like, dang, I like the way they telling Batman story. And I think he got more, right? I think he got more going in. Robert Pattinson? Pattinson? How you say his name? Pattinson? Edward off of Twilight. I know the game. I think he got more of them Jones coming in with for Batman. I think he got more. But I like that movie. I like the approach that it took. And that's why I like it. That's why I'm not like, oh, the movie was nasty. Because I was just more so a fan of, dang, they got this Batman being more like, it wasn't so much action. It was more so like he's figuring out how to be Batman, and he's like being more of a detective Batman type vibe. So I appreciated that standpoint. So I was like, okay, I like what's going on here. But if they was to restart it and like start movies again, I would want to see how they did it if they did everything from that perspective, like from that, not from that perspective, but from that standpoint of like, let's show the characters more rather than like just make a big action bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see that. I want to see more of a story going on with DC. You know what I'm saying? That's why, and again, that's why I'm saying when it comes to story, look like Marvel killing a little bit more. Like, all they movies smack. Even if they like kind of cheesy, which they have been coming up being a little bit, it's still falling into a fold that you just like, oh, what else is happening around this? Any Marvel movie they release or series, you always thinking, oh, how does this joint connect to this other joint? Like, it's like you thinking about it, you looking for it. So like, that's just kudos to them on how they are breeding a lot of stories together, which is amazing. But yeah, so for animated series, I'm going DC. Movies, I gotta go Marvel, like I said. And villains. If we go on villains, I want to go. If we go on villains, I want to go DC again. DC is cook. So I'm picking DC. DC is cooking for me for everything other than cinema. Everything other than cinema, DC is cooking for me. They taking the mantle. They're just that cold, man. Like I was Batman at least 3 times as a kid for Halloween. I was Batman at least 3 times. Like, they had that much of an impact on me. So, like, DC is where I'm standing at, but is nowhere, no way, shape, or form because of the movies. It's in no way, shape, or form because of the movies. It's because of everything else. The impact they had on me, my favorite superheroes, like, animated series that I've watched. I don't know about y'all, but I almost teared up on Young Justice. If you know what I know, you know what I know. I almost teared up. So, like, yeah, man, DC. I think DC got it for me, bro. I think DC got it for me. That question was loaded. But yeah, bro, I gotta go DC. That's dangerous. Let me see. Zoe asked, I don't know how to answer this question, Zoe. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you see it in this job, I don't know how to answer this question because she asked. I asked for topics from her. She was like, embarrassing addictions. I'm not embarrassed about any addiction I have. So I would need, like, what's an addiction I have? That's like embarrassment. I'm not gonna think more addiction because I don't really think it's an addiction like that you're embarrassed about, unless it's like crack. I mean, you addicted to crack. I mean, crackers. I don't think crackers are embarrassed about it. I think it's like if you addicted to it, you're addicted. So like, embarrassing addiction. I'm gonna just say embarrassing pleasures. An embarrassing pleasure. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. Not to this day. I used to love it really much as a kid, but I'm fascinated by the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the shoes sometimes. Like, there's only like 2 shoes. OG Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I can watch those Jones right now and be fully entertained. As trash as it is, it was very much trash, especially the OG John, where like every card was like, yo, it's life or death. Every card was like that. So I would say that that's my embarrassing. That is my embarrassing pleasure. Would be watching Yu-Gi-Oh. I haven't watched it in a while, but like I could watch it right now and not bad enough. That's my embarrassing pleasure. But as far as an addiction, I don't think I have any embarrassing addictions. Because when I think addiction, somebody help me out. When I think addiction, I'm thinking like, oh, like you jonesing for it, like if it's your last dollar, you spending it on that. You know what I'm saying? If that's what I think of when I think addiction. I don't think I have any embarrassing addictions. I'm trying to think. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really trying to think. If you do, let me know in the comments and everything, so I can bring them up next time. I ain't gonna shout your name out or nothing like that. So like, don't be scared. I'm gonna throw you under the bus, but. Let me know, man, or DM me. I'm just trying to think. I really don't think that there's like a thing where I like am embarrassed to be addicted of. Addicted. Ooh. So I don't know, but Yu-Gi-Oh is an embarrassing pleasure I have. It's embarrassing because it's very corny. It's a very corny cartoon. You wasn't supposed to watch it even back then. But back then we had a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments in 2nd grade, 3rd grade. So back then I can't say it was embarrassing because everybody was playing that joint back in the day. I haven't played. Now I'm not saying I played that joint in a while. I haven't played since I was a kid, but I can watch the show right now and not feel nothing. Like not feel no sense of like. I shouldn't be watching. I can watch the show right now. I probably could pick up on the next couple generations on that joint if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So that's my embarrassing pleasure. But I don't think that's an addiction. Well, hopefully that answers like the topic you brought up to me. Let me see, man. So like, we actually doing really good, but like, with time, we actually doing really good with time. So like, I don't want to They're goofy, bruh. They were talking about like, I really need to figure out. Somebody let me know how I can do a live chat with this, rather than just going live straight to YouTube. If I have to do that, so be it. But like, I really want to figure out how I can do like a live chat without having to do all the editing and stuff like that. Cause that'll be fire. If I could do that, if I have to go to YouTube, I will. I'll start doing it very next episode. But like, I feel like there's a way I could do it on another platform where it would be more broadcasted out. And I could actually broadcast it out to several platforms via Restream, which is what I use on a daily basis. But you know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, I think we cool for today. I think 45 is a solid time, yo. Once again, yo, thanks for coming out. Y'all in the crib. Thanks for listening in to the EDC podcast, bro. If you got topics or questions or anything like that you want me to explore or, get my 2 cents on, let me know. Hit me up. Either DMs, comments, or whatever, however you gonna get it to me. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up, let me know. I'm not against talking about nothing. I'm all in on everything, so if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'll look it up before I even get on this joint. So let me know, man. Oh, before we get out this joint, first of all, rest in peace to anybody who died in the Titanic, John. But bruh, did y'all see that, man? Did y'all see that? It was going on all last week. So like, people went down to see the Titanic. Apparently, there's like 5 of them. I don't really look into the details of the story like that, but from what I heard, it was like 5 people with paper going down to see the Titanic. They paid like $250 a pop, I think. You paying $250,000 to go see the Titanic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sound like people with money. You mean like, it is what it is. So I ain't judging for paying that. Like, if you got the bread to do that, that's something you want to do. You want to, you know what I'm saying? You go for it. I mean, ain't no fault for you for wanting to see that, Joe. They went down and never came back up. That is a fear of mine, bro. I am terrified of the ocean itself. Not the ocean itself, but like the emptiness and like not emptiness of the ocean. I am so fearful of. I couldn't even fathom wanting to go that deep to see the Titanic. Why? What were you going? Like, you're not even going to explore it, like the deep sea diving type. You know what I'm saying? Swim in the boat and nothing like that. You just gonna go look at this, John? And not to mention that they went into this submarine type John that's like controlled. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Again, I haven't looked into the story yet. I was told, or I read a couple stories on it. You know what I'm saying? At work, you know what I'm saying? Like, I read what I could. Controlled by a game controller? Am I reading this right? Controlled by a game controller. Unbelievable. You couldn't make this stuff up, bro. You couldn't make this. Like, bro, if I got in a car. When I was a kid, I had an idea to invent a car that you could drive as a game controller. Because when I was a kid, I always was like, dang, what if I don't know how to drive when I get an adult, or when I become an adult? I know how to drive on Midnight Club. I wish they just made a car with a game controller on it. I can control a car in a game controller. That's how my brain was thinking as a young boy. Like, clearly it wouldn't be like sufficient. But I mean, I don't know. We'll just say it's not sufficient. Like, cars drive themselves nowadays. But you in that joint, just imagine doing that in a car. The risks are sky high. You're doing that off land, where the water can kill you just by you being under too much of it. That is ridiculous. Bro, when I heard that, we were so damn fascinated with the story. It's just like, yo, no way. I still can't believe they did it. I still can't believe they did it. So, like, I see people making memes and all that about it. Like, it's hilarious. It sucks that people died, but, like, I can't put it past somebody to make it. Like, I think there's a joke in everything. I'm one of those people where, like, you can really joke about anything. Like, if I lost my shoulder right now, I'll be like, yo, did y'all really go? Like, I can't even wear backpacks no more. Like, I'm that type of dude where it's like, there's a joke, there's a place for laughter everywhere for me. So like, the memes and everything is crazy. I'm sick of people that's like really getting upset at people making memes about it. Like, oh, what if that was your family down there? I would call them dickheads and I would laugh at the funeral. Like, bro, can you believe he went down there? And he made fun of me for being scared of whales, and this brother actually went to go see one. That'll be me at the funeral if it was one of my family members. Right at the funeral. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. Like, if somebody, like, it sucks. Like, yeah, I guess the hurt comes from, like, people not being sympathetic toward the families, which I get. I do get. There's times not to make a joke for, but there is a joke for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just think you just have to admit, it's fucking ridiculous story. It's a ridiculous story. Not to say it's a funny story. It is to some people. It is a ridiculous story, though. It's kind of wild, bro. But that's all I wanted to say about it, because I had to say something. Cause I'm just like, I still can't believe that, bro. But anyway, thank y'all again for listening to the EDC podcast, man. Get it on any podcast platform that you get your podcast. That's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you want to get it, you can go get it, man. We're releasing every episode, either I want to say Tuesday through Thursday, depending on how network always giving me. It's like sometimes when I try to upload it, it'll give me an issue if it's past the hour, which is why I'm trying to limit it to an hour now. So we're trying to escape that problem. But yeah, get it on any platform you can where you get your podcast, and always send me DM me questions or topics, or you just send it in the comments of the shorts or videos that I make. It's always appreciated, bro. But appreciate y'all for listening in, man. I'm out.